please do hit that subscribe button, press the like button, and let's get to what we're doing today. So I thought we'd do a little bit of art, do a little bit of chit chat as we always do, bit of chewing the fat and putting the world to rights as we do. And maybe at the end of this live today we might do a little bit of a meditation. We'll see how it goes and see how everybody's feeling, and everybody's feeling up to that. Thank you to some people that have joined and subscribed to the channel to keep up with what we're doing here, what I'm doing here on the channel. And yeah, it's lovely to have new people here. Just the other day when I was live, there was quite a few that were bringing up some really, really wonderful questions, wonderful topics, wonderful ideas, and we really got kind of like into the depth of everything while I was doing these drawings. So if you haven't seen this live yet, then after we've finished here, I do have another live that I just did just the other day, and it's about drawing hands. So I was trying to draw my own hand, which is that one there, and I gave an example of how to sort of get the proportions of a hand right. And then I just did a few little doodles and cartoony things as well while I was at it. I've got a cuppa, so if you've got a cuppa, welcome. And we're just going to just chill, we're just going to just chat, we'll just draw, we'll just do whatever, just go with the flow. You know what these lives are like with me. It's just it's very chilled, and there's never like an agenda or a structure as such. We just kind of like go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens, and we adjust accordingly. And I don't know where all my pencils have gone. They were here just the other day, and they have now disappeared. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Are they down here? No, they're not down there. Where the hell have I put them? Because there's the packet. That's the packet that had the charcoal. Oh, I've just seen it poking out. There it is. So I bought these in a shop called The Works, which is where I work part-time. And so it's a charcoal sketching set. You get 3 different charcoal pencils. It's like £3. £3, it's a bargain. So in the set you get 3 charcoal pencils, soft, medium and hard. You get 2 pastels, 2 charcoal sticks, 1 HB pencil, a paper blending stump, tortillon, whatever that is, a sanding paper block. I'm guessing that's for the charcoal, because I was having issues with the pencil sharpener and the charcoal. Whenever I was sharpening the charcoal, like in the pencil, it kept breaking off. So I wonder if that's what the sandpaper's for. I don't know. I very rarely use charcoal. The sharpener and an eraser. So that's what we got, like on for like £3, like peanuts really. But yeah, and then it comes in like the storage tin. So that's all the bits in there. So that's what we were on with the other day. Yeah, so that's the other live that I did just the other day, where I was drawing hands. And these are the hands I was drawing. So that's them there. That's my hand I was trying to draw, and then I was giving some examples of positionings of the hand, of fingers and things like that. So yeah, so today I just thought we'd just chat. You know, if let us know where you're from, let us know what you've been up to, let us know if you're into anything arty, what you're on with, what projects you're on with, what you're into. Are you a regular viewer of the channel? You know, let us know. It'd be great to get some communication back and forth. That's what these lives are all about. That's what this channel's all about. It's all about community. It's all about bringing people together in a supportive space, to just be. to maybe get some information from myself, from maybe get support and help from other people that might be around, that might be struggling. Because a lot of the stuff that I do on this channel is around mental health, because I suffered with it for a long time years ago, until I started this kind of like this journey, this seeking of wanting to find out other ways of being able to heal myself rather than just using medication, which kind of like just suppresses it. Abysmal 420. Oh, that's a name and a half, isn't it? Hey, I'm about to start my channel soon. First upload is Friday the 13th. Ooh, is it lucky? Is it going to be lucky for you? Friday the 13th, you know what people say about that, but I don't believe in all that sort of stuff. What's your channel going to be about? What you're going to create your channel about? What's it going to be about? Let us know. I've been doing this, I've been making content and doing videos and lives and stuff since morning Al, morning. I've been doing YouTube since about 2020, which is just after when I started learning Reiki. No, actually, yeah. So I started in 2019 and I started the channel 2020 because I wanted to share more information about me, about my journey, about Reiki, about meditation and the spiritual life, and following spirituality and different tools and techniques to be able to support your mental health, your well-being, your wellness, and how to integrate and use them in everyday life. So that's what this channel is all about. That's why I felt compelled to kind of like do it, really. I just felt this calling, like there was this little voice in the back of the head was just saying, you know, you need to start making videos, or you need to start making content. And when you first start out, it's like, it's really weird. It's really bizarre because you're talking to yourself. You're looking at yourself in the camera, in the screen, and you're trying to come up with whatever you want to talk about. I mean, now it's a lot more, I think now it's a lot more streamlined. You can get sort of like scripts, so you can read scripts on the screen. You can do all that if you want. But I tend to just go with it. I just wing it. I go with what I'm called to say. I go with my intuition. I go with my gut, and whatever message comes out is what comes out. Really, I just follow that. I don't go with I have an idea of what I want to talk about, what I want to create a video about, and but other than that, I kind of like just go with the flow. I have a general idea and then just go with it and just see what happens. Sometimes nuggets of wisdom pop out as like kind of like my guides talk to me and communicate with me, and then just as I'm talking as well, just generally just chit-chatting away. So how is everybody? How is everybody doing? Where you're all from? I hope you've all got your cuppas as well. So Abysmal 420, it's going to just be a public diary, maybe skateboarding, my experiences with homelessness and addiction, with the goal to help let people know they aren't alone. You are actually an inspiration to me. Oh, that's so kind of you to say. Thank you. And it sounds like, that sounds really positive what you're doing. I think it sounds really good. What's your channel name? Yeah, that'd be really good. And it would be nice to maybe have a chat with you on Zoom sometime, if you like. We could do a video if you feel like it, and I can share it on here and what have you, and you know, give you a little bit of publicity. But that sounds good. It sounds good. So are you currently homeless? Are you currently dealing with addiction? What's going on for you currently? Al, eating lunch and having my brew to hand. Jolly good. Is it tea or is it coffee? What are you drinking? I've got tea now. I've had 2 cups of coffee this morning and I'm on tea. Zephyr, cheers everybody. Chin chin. Carl, gratitude spirit. You have a great view on life. Grateful for your words. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lovely to have you here, Carl. Al is drinking tea. Jolly good. Chin chin, or tea up or whatever you say wherever you are. I love a good cup of tea. I love a good cup of tea. Yeah, so Howard, welcome. Oh, you've quite a few regulars in today. It's nice to see. This must be a good time for a lot of people. Hello, hello. Good to see you all. Hello, Howard. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How have you all been? Thank you for your comments recently, Zephyr, as well, on a couple of my videos about Moldavite, the one I did about Moldavite, the short. And then you did some comments about obviously some of the Reiki things. So thank you for that. Al can't beat it, and Yorkshire is one of the best. Oh, a bit of Yorkshire tea. Yeah. What should we draw today? What should we draw? Should we try doing a face? I am terrible with faces and with proportions. My channel hasn't been made yet. I want to name it Sentient Society. I overcame addiction working on nicotine, but my aunt took me in after I tried taking my own life and lived in an SUV for over a year. Wow. You've got some really, really, really good experience to share with the world. You really have. Yeah. And that's what, I think that's what a lot of people need. They need reality. They need a reality check, because a lot of the world that we see via social media is AI driven, it's fake. You get these people that are showing the illusion of something, this amazing life or whatever that they might be living, and nothing's real. It all looks so plastic. And yeah, reality or authenticity, understanding that things do go wrong. You know, we do make wrong turns occasionally, but as we venture through this journey that we call life, we learn why we've taken those wrong turnings, because usually they have to teach us something. We have to get something from it to make us make the right steps moving forward. So yeah, you'll have some really, really good messages to share with people. I just know it. I can feel it. Thank you. Still so much to learn. Absolutely. We're always learning as well. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to learn. We're here to evolve as best as we can. Nothing's ever really known as such. So yeah, and I think the more that we can like venture through life with an openness and a not knowing and knowing no thing, because we are nothing, we are no thing. I think if we go with just that, like an empty palette in life, and we pick up the colour that we need through life. Currently what I'm drawing is I've just started trying to I'm starting to do like a face, so I'm just trying to get the proportions on the face right, but like I mentioned earlier, I'm not very good with faces. I'm not very good with drawing faces, anything like that. I always think that they just look wrong. They don't look human. Let's rub that out, because that looks terrible. I need to make it like a bit bigger, I think. The AI stuff has the same analogy as with the knife and the apple, or the knife and the robbery. It all depends on the intention why we use it and what drove us to do so. But the drawing is looking good so far. I've just rubbed it out because I just didn't, yeah, it just didn't feel right for me. But yeah, the intention behind our actions is why we want to use something. What's it going to bring to the world? Is it going to bring positivity to the world? Is it going to bring a bit of light to the world? Or is it going to be used for gains? Is it going to be used for control? What's it going to be used for? That's the trouble. So we have to kind of like go to it with the right intention. Yeah, it's the AI thing is something I've talked about like quite a few times in the past, and it's all about. I think if we become too reliant on it, then it'll be detriment to ourselves because we won't know about things. We won't be able to. Tony Peterson, good day from Australia. Welcome, 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 Tony. Thanks for being here. If you are new here, please do subscribe to the channel. I try to go live a few times a week, and also check out my many playlists on this channel. Yeah, but it's using AI with the right intention. It has good. It's like anything. It's got good and bad about it, really. But I think if it's overused and we become over reliant on it, then we're giving away aspects of ourselves. And I was just thinking about this morning, how we externalize everything, don't we? Everything that we do in life, we externalize to somebody else. So, such as, your health. You externalize your own health to a doctor or to a pharmacist or a hospital or whatever, or a practitioner of some sort. Your fitness, you externalize it to an instructor. Your job, you externalize it to an employer. Your beliefs or your faith, you externalize to a religion, and you follow that religion. You follow all these different things that are pre-written, that are preconceived, that have been built and formulated for you to follow all these different pockets around in life, and never really knowing yourself within those little pockets of different things that you're doing. We become so reliant on all of those different things that are around us that we start to forget ourselves. We forget who we truly are. And I think that's something that has been happening for a long time, and it's been very, very cleverly pre-planned as such. But now I think we're in a time where a lot of people are becoming a lot more aware. They're waking up. They're seeing a lot of stuff that's in the world, and the internet and YouTube, TikTok, social media shares a lot of stuff, and it makes people think a little bit more about what's really happening. And it's okay to question things. It's okay to say no. It's okay to have an opinion, because that's another thing as well, isn't it? We externalize so much that we give away the right to have an opinion. We give away the right to be who we want to be, because we're told to believe that we have to do this or we have to follow this. And I think, well, if you're coming from a place of not causing harm, being kind, and just being open to whatever, and not being pulled into so many different things and being so attached I think it's the attachment is the thing. It's the biggest thing that keeps us stuck, keeps us pinned in. So yeah, I was just thinking about that this morning. You know, how we just give so much of ourselves away. Yeah, and I think that's a really good way of. That's why I like doing these lives as well, is because yeah, I can make videos and I can talk about whatever, and yada yada yada. But I think when you're on a live, you're in the moment, you're authentic, you're speaking from what resonates to be true for you at that moment. You're getting different people's opinions, and they're putting their two pence into your authenticity, and you're sitting with what you feel with that. And as I've seen, as I've progressed over like the many years, we're always changing. So what you believe, what I believe, and what I say today might be totally different in 5 years' time. It might be totally different in a month's time. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing because we're constantly receiving information that we need to kind of like be aware of. So, and it's having that openness to be able to receive the information. If we're not open to receive intuitive information and downloads and having acceptance and non-attachment, then that's when we're kind of like trapped and we can't feel free. Our spirit isn't free anymore. Where are we? Let's have a look, see what you've been saying. You would never guess Bob Ross is a veteran. You wouldn't. I know he was in the American Air Force, I think. I think it was Air Force he was in. Yeah. I agree technology can devolve us considering how dependent we can get. Absolutely. Apocalypse equals the unveiling. Many are awakening. Very much so. Very much so. The whole COVID carry on really did a doozy on that, didn't it, for the whole system? It created this huge split of people that were saying no, don't do it, and people were saying no, it's okay, let's do it. So yeah, we won't get into that. I think we need creative worldviews, says Howard, not restrictive or heavy ones. Yeah, well, creativity, creativity again, it comes from an aspect of the soul, it comes from an aspect of your spirit, of your energy. So when you're in that flow state, and you're creating, you're drawing, you're crafting, you're gardening, you're knitting, you're making music, whatever it might be, you're in that wonderful state, that wonderful vibration within the self. Bob Ross has missing fingers. I didn't know that. He has it with the paint palette. He has it very well. Zephyr, I feel the more we just follow, the less we truly create. The channel gets biased and we recreate, but it's very difficult to get the juices to flow out of our true selves. Very true. I think people could end up relying too much on AI, and absolutely, Howard, we need creative worldviews. Tony, you need to empty your cup to believe, to be able to refill with your truth. That's very interesting, that you say that, because just probably about 2 or 3 days ago, it was almost like I was having a bit of a midlife crisis, a bit of a midlife crisis. But I was thinking about when I was younger, when I was so much younger than today, like in my 20s, and in the days of like going out and doing all that stuff and getting pissed up every week, multiple times a week, and yeah, being in that sort of like vein of things. And I was being pulled back to old patterns a little bit. And I was thinking of like old friends and old connections, and part of me was missing it. Part of me was thinking, oh, I'd love to connect with them again. I'd love to go and meet them again and do that and whatever, all these different things. But I'm like, well, no, that's not me anymore. That's like an old version of myself. So yeah, I think because I know I'm off work this week, and I'm trying to catch up with people that I don't get to see very much, and I think that's what I've been missing. I've been like missing a little bit of social interaction, a little bit. So it was kind of like pulling me back to that. I made the excuse that it was kind of like being social, because I was going out and drinking and whatever. But to be honest with you, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy getting drunk. I didn't enjoy being as pissed as a fart. I didn't enjoy waking up in the middle of a pavement thinking, where the hell am I, and then staggering my way home. I didn't enjoy any of it, really. But it's funny how we get pulled into that identity, isn't it? And it's that, what I was just talking about before, where we're giving away aspects of ourselves. You're giving away an aspect of yourself to maybe a lifestyle, maybe a way of being, maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's a group of people that are kind of like there to try and hold you and keep you in that place because that's comfortable for them. But it may not be comfortable for you, but you feel a level of comfort for it because you belong to something. When in actual fact, the only place you need to belong is here within you, within yourself. So again, it's a bit of an attachment thing, and having to be able to release that from the ego to move beyond that, to then realize, well, actually, I quite like my own company. I quite like being on my own. I quite like not being pissed up. I quite like being able to think clearly. I quite like getting up the next day with clarity. And as you do that more and more and more, something changes emotionally, mentally, neurologically, physically. Lots of things start to change, and you feel an empowerment, a strength from it, because internally you've said no. And it's that act of saying no that is extremely powerful. And not a lot of people like to do that. They don't like to say no because we conditioned it in a way as well to be there for everybody, but we're never there for ourselves. And I think that's the most, and I often say this in a lot of my videos, if we don't fill our cup with wholeness and with your own sovereignty and your own spirit and your own health and your own well-being, and building on that energy internally, if we don't do that, we're just constantly giving ourselves away to different things. And that's when we start to feel depleted. That's when energy attacks take over. That's when depression and anxiety and panic takes over, because we've given so much away that we don't have enough to protect ourselves. So the more we work on ourselves and the more we create unity and harmony within, we're so much stronger to be of help then to the world and the people that are around us. Oh, there's someone knocking at the door. I don't know who it is. AI is much older than they would have us believe. I'm just catching up with your comments. I shut that. AI is much older than they would have us believe. Yeah. I kind of ignore AI, says Howard, and it seldom shows up on my feed. So, but I had to tinker with the algorithm. Al, there are a lot more AI channels now, and some are so lifelike. It's only when they say something or move in a certain way you notice it's AI. Yeah, you do see that, don't you, where there's like little glitches in the AI matrix where it just doesn't look real, something's not quite right. We did. I noticed that when they did the Stranger Things, did something to do with Stranger Things, and it was for the new season, and there was a bit with Vecna and Will Byers that was in it. There was a bit where they sort of like they pieced bits of it together and they put AI in and whatever, and bits of it just didn't look real. Will's face didn't look right, and Vecna's arm didn't look right, and I said to my partner, I said, that's AI, that's not real. And he was like, well, how can you tell? I said, I can just see it. Like, you look at it and you just see it. It's just not right. And then he sort of like looked it up and whatever. He said, oh, he said, you were right about that. I said, I know. I said, I could just tell just by looking at it that it was AI. Especially AI art, I think is upsetting to me how it's so popular. Like AI songs are reaching Billboard charts. Yeah, there was a video by a guy that I follow on YouTube, and he interviews a lot of musicians, a lot of guitarists. I can't remember his name, and he was asking the question: is music today as good as music in the 80s? So he was looking at songs from 1984. There was Lionel Richie, All Night Long. There was Michael Jackson with Bad and Billie Jean. And then there was a couple of other songs. There was about 4 or 5 songs altogether. And then he compared them to songs like Now, and they were all just loops off old songs. So sort of like the copying, like they're taking the loop from a song from the 1960s and creating it with AI to make a song for like now, because creativity is kind of like it's becoming dormant in people, and that's an aspect of it's an aspect of you. So if that's something that's being kind of like depleted, then it's very interesting what's happening. Howard. I can always see it right away, or tell just by the thumbnail or title, or I'll have that precognitive gut feeling telling me to avoid AI demons. Yeah, it's like a cognitive thing, isn't it? That you just know. Tony, you never go back. People change. Time moves on. Memories are moments captured in time. As Mara, Kiwi, plastic. I don't know, plastic something. Howard, but memories are older than time. Al, I need to be more discerning. Howard, yes, we need to discern and learn and understand things, but we have to do it honestly, which for some reason isn't easy. Why is it hard to be ourselves? It is scary to face ourselves and the self. It is. It's very scary to face ourselves. It's very scary to make the agreement or pact with yourself that you want to do this for yourself, you want to change this, you want to go on a different trajectory in life, you want to let go of something. Maybe you want to let go of friends or people that just don't resonate, they're just not on your frequency anymore. And it's very difficult for us to pull away from that. There's a little bit of the ego that's always there, that's trying to pull us back. Yeah, and you've really got to feel into it. You've really got to feel into that energy. Zephyr, I've been on the same path. I completely agree with your words. I think that's to Howard. I totally agree, Ian. I drank because I'd feel like the odd one out, but I never liked the taste, and now I don't feel a need to at all, and not to follow the crowd. Good for you. Abysmal, I love you, bro. It's nice seeing you. I gotta get some sleep. Nothing but good vibes as always. Keep up the good work. You are making a difference. I hope to catch you on the next one. GM guys, thank you very much. Tony, who are you? Where are you? Why are you here? What did you come for? And what do you fear? Who is it that asks a question? Getting into Zen territory here. Well said, Zephyr. Thank you, everybody, from Howard. Oh, Anshin Reiki. That's Jill. Have you plugged the Zoom calls? No, not yet. Yeah. So thanks for reminding me. I was going to do that at some point. I just couldn't remember. I didn't know when. But yeah. So for anyone that might be interested in, if you're not a Reiki practitioner, if you don't know much about Reiki or have maybe had an interest in Reiki, but want to know more about it, then myself and Jill from Anshin Reiki, head over to her YouTube channel and give her a subscribe as well while you're here. We're going to get together and we're going to do some Zoom calls for anyone that is new to Reiki or hasn't been attuned to Reiki, hasn't learned Reiki, but is interested in it. So it's going to be an awareness event, a Zoom awareness event. They're going to be for around about an hour long, and that's going to be every month. So it's going to be the first Sunday of every month. I think that's what we agreed. I can't remember. Or was it the Tuesday or the Wednesday? I think it was the Tuesday for them. And then the Sunday, on the Sunday of the first Sunday of the month. So the awareness ones for non-Reiki people is going to be the first Wednesday of every month. Then the first Sunday of every month at 7 p.m. my time, and for Jill as well, because Jill's going to do one and I'm going to do one, because I can't do the 3 p.m. one on a Sunday. We're going to do them for Reiki people only, so my Reiki students and what have you. Then maybe after a few months, once we've built a momentum, we've built like a regime and a program, we'll then open it up to other Reiki practitioners as well around the world to join us via Zoom for discussions, experiences, sharing our own knowledge, and maybe getting guest speakers on to talk about different things, talk about the different aspects of Reiki. So yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And that'll be starting next month. So we're going to start them in March. So yeah, and I will share more in the community tab about that. So if you're interested in anything about that, please do subscribe to the channel, and then you'll see in my community tab more about that. And yeah, and also obviously hit the bell, because then you'll get notified whenever I do either upload a new video or put something in the community tab as well. So yeah. Your project is a great idea. Healers have 3 vertical lines on their palm, just under their pinky finger. Howard is off to meditate and exercise. Enjoy, Howard, enjoy. I exercised last night. I did the workout in the boot camp that I run at one of the gyms nearby. So it was like an upper body one, and I've never done that one with them before. I've done the legs one because legs is on a Wednesday, and upper body's on the Monday. But I'd never done that one before. I was absolutely goosed. Absolutely goosed. That's wonderful, Ian. Yeah, I did enjoy it. I was like absolutely knackered, but no, I did enjoy it. Yeah. Zephyr, because of Palmer Street and the Pinky's connection to the heart meridian. Oh yeah, never thought of that, because that's like your ring finger, isn't it? So, oh, I'm not very good at drawing people or faces. I might have to stick to animals. I like animals. Animals and flowers. Yeah, so what's everyone up to today? What's your plans? I've got no hair on this head so far, and it looks like Sinead O'Connor at the minute. Oh, that's interesting. Now I've got the hash. I've got the hash-like symbol. I've got that under my index finger, my pointy finger. That's interesting, that, isn't it? Always learning. Always learning. That's great, Ian. I did Reiki 1 and 2 back in 2006, but never practiced it apart from family and animals. Which would be the better Zoom call for me? I would say the Reiki practitioner one. Yeah, I would say the Reiki practitioner one would be better for you. So yeah, so what I'm going to do with that, with the practitioner one, I'm going to open it up to my students first, and then after maybe a month or two, we'll extend that out and I'll advertise it more on here, around my socials and things as well. So head over to, in the descriptions box of all my videos, I've got all my links, like to my Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. So if you go and head over to them and follow them pages, then you can keep updated, because I tend to share, it's easy to share on there and then eventually copy the link and share it to here. So they always get the first thing, and then eventually I'll put them on YouTube or TikTok after that, or do a video about them. So yeah, head over to them socials first and follow them pages, and then you'll be able to, or you follow me on Instagram already, that's perfect. So yeah. The Mystic X is one or more triple X's showing between the two horizontal lines on your palm. If you have a Mystic X, you are destined to find the path. A Mystic X. Well, there is an X there, but I've got lots of little lines and X's and things on there, so yeah. Maybe I'm following many paths, I don't know. Turn your palm sideways. If the lines form a capital M, you were born with a strong sense of intuition. Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah, I know that one. No, not on M. Never mind. There we go. There we go. This is really some really good information, actually. Palmistry is interesting. It sounds it, yeah. Have I got makeup on? No, I haven't. Are you wearing glasses? No, you're not. You look like you have. Well, I haven't, honestly. Sarah, hello, welcome, 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 welcome. Is that a Thundercats symbol there? It looks like is it Thundercats? I don't know. Natural beauty, absolutely. Always natural. Natural everything. Your non-dominant hand is the map. If your hands match, you are following your destined path. Oh, my hands do match. Actually, my right hand has an M on it. My left hand doesn't, but my right hand does. When I look at it from the side, my right hand's got an M. Well, I'm a bit of everything over here, aren't I? Eh? Oh, how peculiar. Sarah, may I guess your sign? You can if you like. What do you? I'm guessing you mean my astrological sign. I'm guessing. I reckon you're a Scorpio. No, no Scorpio. Sorry. Not even close. No cigar. No, not a Libra. Sharing is caring, Tony. You're absolutely right. Knowledge is everything. And I think that we need that as well, don't we? As part of our working and living with integrity is not knowing everything and being open to, being open. Hey, I got 11 more guesses. Gemini. Yes, Gemini. You are right. I am a Gemini. Zephyr, my hands kind of match, but my right hand's lifeline is kind of intersected into 3 smaller ones along the 2 horizontal. Yeah. No, I'm a Gemini with a rising something or other. I can't remember. So my mum's a Scorpio. Me and my brother are both Gemini because we're like 6 days apart, but 5 years. But my birthday's on the 4th of June and his birthday's on the 10th of June. But obviously 5 years between us, so he's older than me. But we're both Geminis. My mum's Scorpio. My dad's Cancer. Yeah. Your eyes scream Scorpio. I've got Scorpio eyes, have I? Look into my eyes. Yeah. I do find like astrology interesting, but I can't get my head around it. There's too much sort of like this and that, and if you're in this and you're in that, and it's all like the numbers and degrees, and oh my god, it's just like a headache. Yeah, so I just don't get it. I've decided that my sketch. Do you want to see my sketch of this head that I've drawn? I've decided that they have got an overbite, and also I'm not sure if they're male or female. I don't know. It's very, very strange. I might have to put a bit of shadow. Put a bit of a beard on or a bit of shadow. So that's what we've drawn so far. Be kind, because I'm terrible at faces and portraits. So I thought, well, I'll do a profile. Yeah, but looks slightly alien, doesn't it, as well? Like, yeah, it's kind of neutral. I think by the time if I get some hair and what have you, it might have a bit more of an idea of what's going on. Yeah, do your lines change on your hand, like with like life? You know, with different things that happen, do your lines change on your hands, or do they always remain the same? Because obviously different things can happen, and I mean, if you're supposed to read someone's hands, like in palmistry, then how can you read someone's hand if they do change? So do they change? I don't know. Oh, Howard's back. That was quick. That was a quick bit of exercise. I couldn't help but overhear you about astrology because I feel the same way. It's too technical for me, and I usually don't mind technicality in occultism, but I don't know what it is. Can't get into it. Yeah, I know there's some. I'll leave it to the people that do get it. I just don't. I just don't understand it, and I've tried, and I just can't get there. So I'll just leave it to the experts. I did a little rep break. Astrology is about the geometric patterns of the stars and planets, as well as their gravitational pull with their different frequencies in our water body. At least that's how I can just describe it at best. Hui, good afternoon. Hello. Yeah, just feel into it. I know when, because we like to go to Kielder, which is in Northumberland, to like a national park in the UK, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's pristine. If you've never been, go check it out. It's very, very quiet. There's not a lot of people go there, which is perfect for me. And they have an observatory there, and so we've been a couple of times, and the first time was to go and see the Northern Lights, but it was too cloudy to see, so we just got the little telescopes out and we just looked at like Jupiter and the stars and the moon and stuff like that. But the time after that we went, they were talking about the origins of the universe. That's what the night was called. So it was all about how the universe began and this, that, and the other, and yada yada yada. And there was so many different correlates. This is like, it's uncanny how many different things that we listen to and we watch, where science and spirituality and all these wonderful things so wonderfully interwoven, like so, because they were talking about the frequency of the universe, and how the universe gives off this kind of like hum. There's a name for it, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But it was really, really interesting, and then it got me thinking, like as it does with me, because my mind just goes all over the place. But then I started thinking about like the pyramids. So the pyramids in Egypt, I think it's either the weight of them is something like 432,000 kilos or whatever it is. But then that made me think, well, 432 hertz is the frequency of Earth. It's like the grounding energy, isn't it? So that got me thinking about that. But then this frequency of the universe also matches the frequency stuff that we listen to, you know, on like in like sound baths and on YouTube videos. It was just fascinating. It just, to be honest with you, afterwards, it made me think of more questions than answers. But that's what spirituality is all about. That is what science is all about. It's about never really knowing. It's not about having the answers. It's about getting closer, and each time you get a little bit closer, it moves further away because the knowledge changes. The evolution of the universe changes. So. Yeah, and I mean, Brian Cox says that in a lot of his documentaries as well, where he talks about, you know, science is never about knowing, it's about not knowing. And that's what we say in like spirituality. We know nothing really. We are nothing. And we're constantly evolving towards something. Where the direction, the feeling, whatever it is that we've got, we're moving towards that. It just, everything just sort of like, it just slots together so well. And I just think, why aren't people starting to use the term spirituality more in science? You know, I know Bruce Lipton does, you know, because he talks about the quantum field, you know, and he describes that as being, that's what they use in science, is the quantum field, whereas in spirituality we call it spirit, or spiritual energy. But yeah, there's so many different things that just cross over. It becomes kind of ridiculously in your face, really, at times, isn't it? I've given him hair, her, hair. I'm still a bit unsure of the chin. Good game, didn't he do well? It looks like Bruce Forsyth's chin. I think we'll have to just get rid of that little bit. Mama OG, Grand Rising, beautiful soul. Wishing you the day you deserve. Have an awesome stream and don't forget to stay hydrated. Just finished a cup of tea. I'm going to be going for my lunch shortly. I remember the first time I got a telescope. So many things with the pyramids match up with geometry, mathematics, etc. Synchronicity for or intention. Looks slightly more female and definitely a Brucey chin. Yeah, definitely a Brucey chin. I'm going to have to sort that out. Somehow. Bit more delicate. Yeah. So bring the hair forward from behind like it's blowing forward. He didn't grow a beard, he grew his chin. If I put a beard on them, will it then become like a bearded lady? No, I don't know. We're getting into really strange territory now, aren't we? Eh? Try looking in the mirror, do a self-portrait. Yeah, I've thought about doing a self-portrait. There's a beard there now. Oh God, right. Well guys, I'm going to head off. I'm going to go and grab some lunch. Yeah, that was like when I was doing my hand, Sarah. My hand kept kept like moving, so I kept having to like think about like where it was. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone that's been here. You've been so wonderful. It's been lovely to chat like with so many recurring viewers on the channel and for the live and what have you. But yeah, please do take care. Sending all my love to you all, and have a wonderful day wherever you are. And I'll see you all again soon. So much love, do take care, and bye for now. Toodaloo!